everybody, my name is Katie Bumgarner, and today we're going to go on a history tour back in time. Right now we're looking at Virginia City, Montana. We're going to be talking about the 19th century of Virginia City because that was when it was the first capital of Montana until about 1875 when that capital moved to Helena, and it's now a ghost town that you can still see standing in the 21st century. The first place I want to talk about is the Fairweather Inn. This is important because Bill Fairweather was one of the first discoverers of gold here in the Alder Gulch area in about 1863. From 1863 to 1869, there was over $90 million worth of gold found here. In today's money, if you were to convert that, that would be about $40 billion worth of gold found in about 6 years. That's quite a significance. The other place I want to show you is the Opera House. This is what they would do for entertainment back in the 19th century because they weren't able to access modern technology that we have today, such as television and other devices. Whenever there's gold, people tend to get a little out of hand and a little greedy. There was a lot of corruption during this time with the law system and justice for people trying to steal gold. The road agents, they would rob stagecoaches like this one. Vigilantes basically created themselves to be the justice of the people because unfortunately a lot of the sheriffs and deputies were involved in the road agents, so they were very corrupt. The vigilantes were trying to be the justice for the people. This was their headquarters because it was the tallest building and they could see their enemies or friends coming in or out of town, and they would house their horses down here so that they were able to go help or hinder those people as quickly as possible. Coming up next here, this is the Hangman's Building where the vigilantes hung the last of the 5 road agents. This was an unfinished building at the time of the hangings, and it was not a very fair trial or just trial. They basically just caught them and did what they wanted to them. This justice system has changed a lot since that time period. You can see this building too, how it has the false front here. That was a symbol basically that they would use back then because they wanted to make it look more homey for a non-permanent spot. So this is a model of the Hangman's Building, so you can see how it was unfinished and they hung them on this main beam here. The road agents were eventually buried here at Boot Hill, and this is an image of that actual grave sites here, so you can see how they're wooden displays versus all the technology that we have available today. The headstones are normally stone or granite. The Montana Post was the first newspaper in Montana located in Virginia City here, and the first newspaper printed was in 1864. The last place I want to show you today is the McGovern Dry Goods Store. This was important because it encompassed women's roles in the 19th century. They didn't own a lot of shops or businesses, but this business was run by 2 women, and this was important because it gave women a place to go shop and talk and gossip if they wanted to. The way you see it on display today, such as this picture here, is the way that the sisters left it when they left it in the 1940s. The reason it is because the Bovies were here during this time, and the Bovies are responsible for most of the preservation here. So if they wouldn't have bought it, who knows what would have happened to it. You can kind of compare some of the things in here to today's modern styles, such as the fashion. That's obviously changed a lot, and the general layout of the store. The important thing to leave you with today is to think about what would have happened if the Bovies wouldn't have purchased this building or been here to help preserve everything here. Your footprint matters. You can make a change in this world, and you can stand up for things like the Bovies did to continue preservation for future generations to see. What will our world look like after we leave it for future generations? And you can have an impact on that. I hope you learned something today, and I hope I've inspired you to believe in the history of this world to be able to share it with future generations to come. Thank you very much.